Hello and welcome back to How Rich Does It. I'm going to be making a video of how I make my juices, use my Nutri bullet here, and I'm not affiliated with anyone. This is just something that I've been using for quite some time. There's an endless amount of combinations of items that you can use. These are the things that I make from time to time. I have many other things, many other different combinations. It just depends on what I'm going to be getting at the store that day, or what I already have. At a later date, I will make a video of the items and the nutritional benefits and the health benefits from eating these items. So let me just start with the vegetables that we're going to be using today. And I have celery, I have red radish, and I have cucumbers, I have carrots, and these are the tops to beets. So this is what I'm going to be using. I'm going to kind of cheat today, and I'm going to be using some of the baby spinach, baby lettuce, baby greens, and a red radish out of this bag. And in this bag we have broccoli, carrots, and red cabbage. I'm sorry, this was red cabbage, not red radish. And also we're going to have some fruits. This will be the sweetening portion of it. And we have blueberries, blackberries, boysenberries, cherries, and strawberries. And over here, what I'm going to be adding as far as my powders, and this isn't a powder, but goji berries. These are incredibly awesome as far as the health benefits. I'm going to be using some turmeric powder, some cacao powder, give me a little more sweetening. Also, before I forget, more than likely I'm probably going to be adding a red delicious apple. A lot of times I'll use bananas as well, but like I said, you know, every time I make a juice, it's going to be different. There are many recipes online that you could look up. And there's a lot of recipes that not only come with the Nutri bullet, but at their website as well, of the different benefits that you could be gaining from the different items that you could be using. But let's keep going. I also have goji berry powder. I wanted to show you guys this because goji berries are a little difficult to find and they can be a little pricey at times. I just happened to run across this some time ago. And so this is another option if you want to use the powder, but this Nutri bullet does an awesome job on the goji berries because they are like berries. Almost, they have the consistency, I would say, of a fig. Really sweet smell, pretty sticky. But that goes right through it, and you won't taste any, or you won't have that texture in it. It's all juices down. Also, I like to use whole granules of bee pollen. Have some flaxseed. These were whole, and I used my Nutri bullet. I put all the seeds in there, and I broke it down into a powdery consistency. And also, another awesome item is chia seeds. So I'm just use these, you know, in different combinations. I have a drawer right over here where, I mean, I still have quite a few items. I have superfood blends, antioxidant, fruit and fiber blends that I could be utilizing with this. Here's another antioxidant powder. And you could put these types of powders, like if you're having any type of meal, because they have no flavor, you could just sprinkle it on top. Sprinkle it on top of your salads as well. I also have organic beet powder, so I use that. It has quite a bit of sugar, so I kind of stay away from that. The items that are really high in sugar, I try not to juice too much of them until I'm actually working out. Then I don't worry about, you know, the sugar intake from fruits and vegetables at that point. A lot of people say yay, nay. It has never stopped or even slowed down my weight loss. So let's get going here, and I'm going to grab my trusty scissors, and I'm just going to do a really quick juice for you guys, so you guys can, those of you that haven't seen it or haven't done it. Now, this is how Rich does it. A lot of people will make a juice, like if they're going to have a smoothie or something in the morning, or they're going to maybe juice a particular meal, a lunch or a dinner, and placement of, you know, like an actual meal, they're going to do a juice. What I like to do is I make enough juice to fill this 1 gallon pitcher here. And what I do is I would drink that down in the day. The day that I do strictly juicing, and this is part of detoxifying my body, I will make it, and as soon as I feel like I'm even getting the slightest bit hungry, I pop an entire glass of juice, whatever size that you want. There's no specific amount that you need to take at any particular time, but that's pretty much it. So the way I do it is I will do all of my fruits or all of my vegetables separate, unless I'm just making one on the go, then I'll mix them up. But if I'm going to be placing them in a pitcher or several pitchers, I'll just do like all the vegetables at one time, and then the pitcher will be nice and green, and then I'll do like all of the fruits. But at the same time, I am placing these items in there, maybe a teaspoon or two every time that I make some. And I try to use good bottled water. So leafy greens are awesome. They're very beneficial to you. So we're going to start here with our baby lettuce, our baby greens, and our red cabbage. At first I was buying like an entire cabbage, an entire, 4 or 5 different types of leafy green lettuces, and I just found that a lot of it I wouldn't use, because this really does go a long way. And if you're the only one that's doing the juicing, you don't really need to buy an entire head of cabbage or a couple big bundles of lettuce or whatnot. And I'll just follow the directions, and pretty much the directions just say to place water. It has a water line that we're going to be utilizing. So pretty much I just get my water, I add it in. I'm actually trying to locate my water line. It's on here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I wish they would have made it like a bright color. Hey, NutriBullet, make your lines and the word max nice and bright colors so they're not hard to find. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We just put the lid on. One thing I do recommend is have yourself a towel handy. That way you can wipe up your spills as you go. But we're just going to put this on firmly. Excuse the noise. Let it go about 30 seconds, okay? I noticed one leaf in there that stayed stuck, but I mean, it's just, there it is. This actually never happens. As you see, everything is liquefied. And then I just go on to my next and go with some celery. Now you do not have to prep your vegetables as much as I did. This machine does a really good job of breaking it down. You can actually do this in larger chunks. You don't have to break it down like I did, but it makes it a little easier for my machine. Oh, there's my max lid right there. There's the point. And once it's, so as you can see, this goes pretty fast. Really the most time consuming portion of this is going to be the prepping of the items that you're going to use. here's our next one. Everything is nice and liquefied. Let's do one of some of these blueberries and blackberries and boysenberries. And there are the cherries. Okay, I'm gonna rinse my hand here real quick, because I want to add some of this bee pollen to it. I don't get really fussy about the amounts that I put in every time. There's 2 teaspoons. Every time I do these recipes, they're always different. I haven't really made one that's consistent with any particular thing. There are a couple that I like for energy, and I believe that would be like celery and apples, and I believe it was cucumber. But the chia seeds, I'm just going to place 1 teaspoon in. And then let's go with some of these goji berries, so you can see how nicely it breaks them down. I'm putting in a fistful. Now, of course, if you're just making like 1 drink, you're going to be utilizing one of these tall ones. You know, they have all the attachments that have handles, and you can take it on the go with you. I would sometimes drink one of these on the way to the gym. So if you're not going to be doing one of those, you know, handfuls of stuff, but if you are, I just do a little bit, just kind of like a pinch of each, because it does fill up pretty quick. Maybe about that much of each item, and maybe about that much on our cucumbers, because it will fill this up pretty quick. So this will be the last one I do here, just so you guys can see the fruit and the vegetable side, and how I put in the powdered items. You could have put a couple of cubes of ice in this, and it would have definitely made a very nice smoothie, because it does come out very thick. As you can see, I mean, if I would have put just a little bit of ice in there and let it go just a little bit longer, it would have thickened right up. I could have drank that with a straw. So pretty much I'm going to be stopping right here. I think you guys get how this is done if you hadn't done it before. I'm going to continue on. I'm going to make one is going to be greens for me, because I'm making so much today, and then the other one is going to be another one of these gallon containers is going to be of all the rest of the fruits. And I'm going to also add, like I said, a delicious red apple to this. So if you have any questions, any comments, maybe some of the ones recipes that you have, hey, go ahead and drop me a comment of, you know, what recipes that you like, or if you've never done it before and you're interested in getting started, hey, you know, jump right on in and you know, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I'm going to continue on with my first part of my weight loss journey, which is the 30 days of just eating clean and healthy without working out, and then from there my second 30 days will be adding workouts to it and other types of supplements. So for right now, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and like I always let everybody know, I'd like for everyone out there to be kind to one another and be safe. Goodbye.